What's up, y'all? My name is Pendarvis Harshaw. I'm a journalist from Oakland, California. I write about arts and culture for KQED Arts in San Francisco. It is my honor to do this work, and I wouldn't be doing it today without the assistance of Professor Sonia Williams. We met when I was about 18. I was looking to go to college to tell stories about my community, and she assisted me in applying for and making sure that my application was seen by Howard University. And once I was accepted, she was there to ensure that I not only excelled academically, but also had social support and really a friend, somebody really looked out for me. And that didn't stop when I graduated from Howard University. When she comes to town, we grab coffee and just catch up. And it's really awesome to have somebody like that in my corner.
Professor Sonia Williams, congratulations on your Bliss Award. This is Dakia Sterling, your former student at Howard University and your former colleague at National Public Radio in Washington, D.C. Working with you has been one of the highlights of my professional career. Your tireless work ethic, the standards that you hold so high, your commitment to media excellence has been incredible to watch and inspiring. I love you and congratulate you on all that you've accomplished, and I'm so happy to see you get this award. Congratulations.
I'm Judy Moore Latta, Professor Emerita from Howard University, and I am absolutely delighted to say a word about Sonia Williams, friend and colleague that I've known for more than 3 decades, really. And one of my fondest memories of Sonia was really working with her in the 1990s as we researched and produced at National Public Radio with a small core team, what became the Peabody Award-winning series, Wade in the Water, African American Sacred Music Traditions. It was the brainchild of the late Dr. Bernice Johnson Regan from the Smithsonian Institution, and it captured 200 years of sacred music traditions. Sonia was at the heart of making the production come alive.
Professor Sonia Williams has been, she's been more than a professor. She has been an inspiration. She has been a friend. She has been so dedicated to her work. To this day, she's why I listen to National Public Radio. Also, she was the first person to tell me that I could write, which sort of launched my career. Professor Williams being the first Black woman to receive this award speaks to who she is. There's no one more deserving. Congratulations, Professor Sonia Williams. There is no one more dedicated who deserves this award than you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to be able to say that you were my professor, and I'm learning from you still. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Tom J. Woodward, Howard University School of Communications, class of 1995, and it is my supreme honor to share with you just a bit about why Professor Williams is indeed the GOAT, the greatest of all time, at least in my book. Many of the gigs I landed early in my career are thanks to Professor Williams. Because of that early access to her network, I began to flourish in the world of public radio and beyond. She's the reason I was able to return home to Howard University this past school year as an adjunct, teaching audio production courses in the same department. These days, I measure my success, particularly in the classroom, by first asking myself, WWWD, what would Williams do? With that, congratulations, Professor Williams. There is no one I know who is more deserving of this honor, and I truly love and appreciate you.
Hi, my name is Tasha Thomas, and I'm a proud graduate of Howard University's class of 1994 in the School of Communications, now the Kathy Hughes School of Communications, and I'm honored to speak for my friend, mentor, and former professor, Professor Sonia Williams. Amazing instructor who always cared about her students. There was one program or one assignment we had, Midwood Medical, and we had to cut and splice it together. It was out of order. And what I'll say is that it was the bane of my existence, cutting and splicing. I'll give you a moment to remember what that is. Okay, so the assignment was supposed to be turned in as, boom, what was that? I just couldn't get that straight in my head. For some reason, cutting or splicing was not my forte. And what I turned in, because she was adamant about her deadlines and let's work through it. My final project was, what was that? Boom. And she has never let me live that down. Here we are 30 years later, and she is an amazing instructor and mentor still to this day.
In 1997, I was a Howard University School of Communications student, and Professor Williams was my professor in the practicum production class. And she was a hard-nosed professor with a serious reputation for being dedicated and committed to her students in the craft and teaching us how to go from being children or kids with, passion and dreams to being adults with vision and competence.
Hello, my name is Uchenna Umekbulu, and I had the pleasure of having Sonia Williams as a professor during my time as a student at Howard University. Professor Williams was instrumental in grounding me in structure and fundamentals, instilling in me that creativity, when it meets form, is a process akin to conjure. I am indebted to her not only through her teachings in the classroom, but beyond it.
I've known Sonia for nearly 40 years now. Our paths first crossed as I was finishing a consultancy to the media program at Edward Waters College as Sonia came in to work in the program. I'm pleased that she has chosen to work at HBCUs over the years. These institutions need great teachers like Sonia. An award-winning journalist who has taught her students how to be award-winning journalists. She's the kind of faculty member that every institution should have.
I'm Leslie Timms.
And I'm Leon Cosby. Today on In Touch, we'll look at the myths and facts about AIDS.
All this and more on In Touch, AIDS in the African American community.
During the next 30 minutes, we'll transport you to Chicago, Illinois. The show, Roots Out of Poverty, was produced by Howard University professor Sonia Williams. And Roots Out of Poverty was narrated by Howard School of Communications alum Angie Brown.
Hi, I recently moved to this city from my hometown of Detroit. Why Chicago? Well, because financially this city's doing pretty well. There are a little over 1 million jobs in this city, so I was optimistic about finding work here. But I also knew that unemployment in some African American and Latino communities in Chicago is more than twice as high as the city's overall rate.
Voices of Change, Reflections of South Africa. The stories of people whose fighting spirits transformed the nation. Brought to you by Bush Radio Cape Town.
The world learned of the Flint water crisis in 2014 after the city manager of Flint, Michigan switched the city's source of drinking water from the Detroit River to the Flint River, a known waste and sewage disposal site. What many don't know is that the water crisis is not only still going on, but it's going on in so many vulnerable cities in Michigan. My name is Lamaria Benson-Stevens, and today I'm your host. This is Something in the Water.
Sonia's not only a great teacher, but she's written, perhaps in my opinion, the definitive book on Richard Durham and Destination Freedom. I made it an offering on my list of books for students to review when they had that option to do so.
It is both an honor and a delight to send these words of congratulations, felicitaciones, to Professor Sonia D. Williams, someone whose life and career I have been blessed to witness and participate in for more than 40 years. Gemini AI tells me that the Edward L. Bliss Award is, quote, widely regarded as one of broadcast journalism education's most distinguished accolades, end quote. And there is no one more deserving of this recognition than my dear friend and colleague, Sonia, a communicator par excellence in her field. Congratulations, Professor Sonia D. Williams. You deserve all this and more.
Hi, Sonia Williams. Congratulations on your Edward L. Bliss Award from the Electronic News Division at AJMC. We here at Howard University are so proud of you for your years of dedication to students and the broadcast industry. From Dean Emerita Gracie Lawson Borders, congratulations.
Hey there, boss lady. Now, don't think that when you called and asked me if I could edit your Bliss Award testimonial video, that I did not notice that you didn't ask if I wanted to say something or be in it. Therefore, I'm taking editor's liberties to say congratulations. You know, while working on it, I thought back on the first time that I ever called you boss lady. You know, it's not something I thought about or planned to do. You know, when you became, department chair, I just remember walking into the office, seeing you sitting behind what used to be Dr. Merritt's desk, looking large and in charge, and boss lady just felt appropriate. You know, my mom, who remembers you hanging out with us in South Africa that time, she sends her congratulations as well. And I only trust that my work on this video honors, the recognition. So to you and to everyone watching this at the ceremony, be blessed and congratulations again.